I accidentally ended the video. Welcome back. So this is gonna be part 3. Anyway, so I never said, like, you're cheating on me explicitly. So the fact that she already assumes, like, bet you're with him, blah, blah, blah. Was that fun? Are you alright, bro? Like, I guess it's because I had an attitude, so it makes sense. But why not just say, like, I don't know. Like, why not just call me back? You're the one that made the mistake of not communicating with me. You know, and being like, because I'm pissed at you. Like, what? What the fuck did I do? You're the one that's at the wrong here. And then she's like, you picking a fight this late. Questioning my love this late despite everything. Despite everything? The fuck you talking about? You mean all the bullshit you caused me? All the trauma you caused me? Okay. And then hella assuming hella shit. Like, I understand that's, like, really passive-aggressive, but, like, I still didn't directly say y'all had sex. Or y'all blah, blah, blah. You know? I just was like, Chris didn't lay a hand on me, so why and where did the aggression come from? Damn. Like, that just irks me, man. So then we're here. So that was at 1:02 a.m. This is 1:08 a.m.
I'm drunk. When? When did I ever say that? When I called you earlier.
Yeah, she literally was, like, when I called her earlier before I started recording, I was like, are you drunk? She's like, no, why would I be drunk? Like, I'm fine.
You didn't even ask me, like, 10 minutes ago if I was drunk or not. Yeah, I did. When I first called you, I asked you if you were drunk, and you were like, no. Because right now I'm not drunk.
Like, at the very, very beginning of the call, she was like, I asked her, and she was like, no. She was half asleep.
Drunk. But, like, 2 hours ago, I was, like, dry heaving like a... No one's here for safety and just in the bathroom.
I'm here for safety? Why not go to your own house? Why are you at a... What?
Because I woke up and I was like, throw up or...
I woke up? So you were sleeping there?
That feeling. But Chris has been a real one. He's let me, like, spend the night in his fucking house.
I bet she just came up with that on the spot, bro.
I thought you said you were home.
She did. She did tell me she was home earlier, like before I started recording the first audio that I showed you.
What? I thought you said you were home. Did I say I was home? I did.
The fact that she took a minute to reply, she was like, oh shit, I did say that. What do I say now?
Not say I was home. Why are you lying? Why are you suddenly switching up the story? I'm not. Did I say that? Yeah, you did earlier. Sorry, no, dude. I was in bed. That's why. Like, I'm at my friend Chris's house. It's over here in Dublin. It was right next to the bar. Okay. What's wrong with you, bro? Why do you have such an attitude with me right now? Probably because
How is that an attitude?
your phone's been off this whole time. It wasn't off. Oh my
The fact that she has to yell and be defensive about it.
God. I'm so sorry. I know we're having an important conversation, but I'm gonna throw up.
Conversation? This bitch just yelled at me, did she not?
Because your phone's been off this whole time? It wasn't off. Oh my God.
That's fucking
I'm so
karma.
sorry. I know we're having...
Throwing up at a stranger's house.
An important conversation, but I'm gonna throw up, so I'm gonna hang up, and I'll call you later when it's better.
I bet she made herself throw up too, just to be like, oh, you know, to get off the call.
I don't want you to hear me fucking dry heaving, so.
Yeah. So what's that? How's that day? Cues I Wish I Missed My Ex by Mahalia. Yeah. That's just triggering to look back on. Like, that's so depressing. Like, I really let myself be yelled at like that. And, like, that was literally the same thing that happened yesterday, too. When I, like, finally opened up. But there's been more issues. Like, let's see. So we're 6 minutes in. What day? Okay, so, like, flash forward, she visits me in Florida. Mind you, before she comes to visit too, like, we've been having issues because, like, we had been having issues because, you know, I'm against Big Pharma. I don't believe in medication or any of that bullshit. It's just to make profit. It's capitalism. So, she was very offended that I wasn't supporting her because she wants to be an EMT. Like, I support her for being out there to help people. I just don't support the medication. I don't support, like, certain parts of the hospital stuff. Like, it's just, especially after my experiences, which is a separate video. Get the fuck off, bro. These flies. Yeah. Also, just saying that right now, like, when I said get the fuck off, bro, like, I feel like, you know, let's say someone is way too close to you. Do you have to respectfully tell someone to back off? Especially when they keep insisting? Like, no. Like, I just thought about that. I was like, oh, was I rude? But, like, you know, I feel like there's just such a common misconception, like, where people are like, oh, you always have to be nice, you know, people pleasing. But bitch, you don't. If people are disrespecting you, or anything's disrespecting you, like, why are you finna act like you're fine? That just enables them. Anyway. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I didn't want to take medication. Like, she literally was like, you're so up indigenous people's asses, like, blah blah blah, because, like, I'm more into, like, holistic shit. And I'm like, that's fucking offensive. And that means you literally had that deep in your soul, deep in your mind, like, literally thinking about that about me, and it just came out in this fucking, like, argument for no reason too. Because, like, I'm not saying don't be an EMT. I'm not gonna date you because you're an EMT. Like, I did eventually, because I was like, why are we arguing about this shit? Like, that obviously shows you that you don't believe, you don't respect my beliefs. Like, she was hella enforcing, like, her ideologies and being like, but medication is good, and but, and I'm like, okay, well, I have my beliefs, you have yours, that's fine, I get it, but don't force your shit onto me. So, yeah. So then, let's see. Anything else? I don't know. Yeah. Came to Florida. I feel like we were mad about something. Oh, yeah. So she's in Florida. She's mad because, like, I don't want to take my medication. Even though she literally knows it, literally has me falling asleep in the middle of the day when, like, I should be awake as a human, not a fucking zombie. And I oversleep, or was oversleeping hella then. And, like, you know, she promised my mom and me, like, we wouldn't do any substances, but then we ended up doing some shit with my sister. Um, so, yeah. Yeah, and we would just fight about the medication shit all the time. Like, one time, like, she would be the one giving me the medication. And that's already weird as fuck. Like, why are you giving someone medication? Like, I can just take it myself. And I get it. They don't trust me to take it, because obviously I won't. So I was like, okay, whatever. And, like, one time I just, like, hid it from her. And she's like, are you hiding it? Like, she noticed. I don't know how, but she did. And I was like, great. And then she's like, this is why I can't trust you. And I'm like, bruh, I'm the one trusting you, and you're being disrespectful with me. Like, I don't want to take medication. You can't force someone to take it. Like, I already told you I don't want to take it. And, like, my sister and her boyfriend were literally like, yeah, medication is not good for you. Like, only take these, you know, like, if you want. And I'm like, So that was just really fucking frustrating. Like, we fought about it so many times. Exhausting, bruh. And, like, this other time, she was literally talking shit about me in front of me. Like, I was in the living room, and then there's a patio outside, and, like, it's just right across from me. And, like, all they did was close the glass door. I could still fucking hear them. And I was like, really? You're gonna talk shit about me to my sister in front of me? Yeah, I'm gonna go on a walk. So I went out. I was like, I'm not having this. Yeah. Flash forward to coming to Cali. I fight with my mom. I fight with Maria. Because, I didn't even want to come here in the first place, to be honest. I wanted to stay there. I wasn't about it. But I just came because I was like, well, I guess I could spend more time with my girlfriend, aka perpetrator. So, yeah, I got into a fight because the only reason we came here was so Maria and Bernardo could get remarried, so he could have papers. And I'm like, so pissed at Bernardo because he had me locked up for 8 months of my fucking life, including my fucking birthday, with no present. No one fucking came to visit. It was really sad. And like, it was just fucked up. So I was like, great. And like, obviously, like, I've had that fear of like being locked up again and shit. Like, it was a mental hospital. So yeah, that was intense. So I didn't want to see him. I was very angry with him. So I was like, I'm not ready to see him. I can't. Like, I just can't. And then I was like, well, I can see y'all later. Like, I'm just gonna go with Martina to wherever. She's like, what? Why? Like, your dad's about to be here, and like, that's when we got here in Cali at the airport. And I'm like, I don't want to. It just turned into a huge fight for no reason. Then Martina and her friend Erin came to pick me up. Marie, whatever, I mentioned her as Marie. They came to pick me up, and took them a minute. I ran away from my mom. It was just really shitty. And like, my mom texted Martina being like, you're so lucky you're not in jail for molesting Isabella. Like, I saved you from that and blah blah blah. And like, Martina was like, yeah, that's hella manipulative. Like, she needs to not. Like, that's horrible, mom, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And like, yeah, the fact that I even defended Martina too. Like, I was literally in the same vicinity as her. Like, that's just not okay. So I ended up living with Martina because I was like, fuck it. Like, we were planning to move in together anyway, so like, why not? Despite all the fucking issues. Oh my goodness. So struck. So yeah, I just yeah. So we stay at Erin Marie's house, and I start working pretty much immediately. like I think 2 days later or a day later, start working with Marie. Martina would go to work like an hour away, maybe 45 minutes away from where we were. My parents didn't really call me much. They were just like, oh well, bye. Like, I don't be surprised if all that shit was planned anyway. So they can just give me to Martina and be like, fuck you, we don't care about you. Because, like, eventually Maria texted me. So, let's see. What happened? Oh, so before I say that, like, mind you, it was, like, what was it? I don't know, like maybe 2 weeks into living there, somewhere around then. Within those 2 weeks, like, Marie confesses that she had a crush on Martina, and like they'd been flirting and they planned to move in together. And then all of a sudden, like, she got back with me and like she picked us up from the airport, and I'm like, I didn't know how to reply to that. I was like, oh, that makes me feel weird. Like, first I felt bad for her because I'm like, damn, like, she hella led you on and then left you for me, and now I'm living here. And then, you know, I went to bed, and then I was just thinking, like, I think even what's her name texted me saying some shit. Oh, damn it, it's not here. Let's see if it was in yeah, that was just so weird. Gosh, so many weird things, bro. Like, I'm so uncomfy. Yeah, so that happens, and then I even, you know, I was so angry the next day. I was so upset. I talked to the coworker that was there. That's not Erin Marie. And I'm like, yeah, he's like, well, just talk to Martina first and then figure things out. And I'm like, okay. And just reassure her that you love her before, like, you know, everything. Enabler, like, she's a fucking cheater, whatever. She literally just had me move in with this motherfucker. Anyway, manipulative bitch. So, yeah, I ended up talking to her. I think I still have it on my tablet, like, what I said to her. I'm tempted to read it, so I'll be back. I'm such a good fucking significant other fucking asshole. Okay. There was no need for this. I should have just broken up with her. Like, I literally had a feeling too, and I should have just gone back to Florida. Like, this was the 16th. I had to fly the 17th back or stay here. So I was like debating whether I should stay, whether I should go. Anyway, so it's like 9:01 p.m. just before she gets home from work. Who knows if she even went. So I said, hey, Martina, I love you. I do. I called you when I escaped the center because I wanted to resolve shit, and obviously I had feelings for you, and we still held such a beautiful connection. That's terrifying already, just the beautiful connection, because, like, I remember Dr. Ramani talking about, like, narcissistic relationships, like, they really emphasize it being, like, a really loving, like, cute, like, deep connection, twin flame, blah, 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 like, they really love bomb. So it makes sense why I was saying that. But, so mind you, we met 2018, broke up 3 weeks in, got back together, broke up 3 months in. She cheated on me that very day. It was a break, actually. Ended up telling me after we made up, and I felt obligated to stay for some reason. I kind of just was like, oh, whatever, and then I felt insecure ever since then. Broke up a couple times through then, but officially just broke up 2019. And I just completely cut her off. And then we kind of talked again after like maybe 2 weeks or something, and she ended up telling me that she was dating that same person that she kissed that very night we broke up, like, or took a break the second time. I'm like, bruh. So yeah, I'm just like, oh. And then I think that's when I officially cut her off. And then she's kind of been in and out because, like, I spoke to my mom saying how she sexually abused me and all this shit. Physically, you know, harmed me everywhere. Anyway, in every way. Yeah. So, yeah, I ended up reporting her to the police, but that didn't go through. I think my mom covered it up because, like, I remember Martina told me that my mom called her when she was in school to say that the cops might come to see her because, like, I reported Martina and whatever. And, like, yeah. So, whatever. Anyway, where was I? So, eventually I bring her back in my life, 2020, because my mom's like, oh, you should just talk to her and forgive her and make things up. And I'm like, I don't think that's gonna help me, because, like, I know, like, I wanted to heal. So I guess I thought, like, I needed to heal with her again, especially with my mom and enabling her. So I ended up calling her. We ended up hanging out. I don't know what exactly happened. She was dating Karina, that same bitch that she kissed the first time we were on a break, and the very end when we officially broke up, and was dating her. I don't know how long they've been dating, to be honest. I don't know if they were dating since 2019 to 2020. 2020. So, yeah, that was just interesting. Because, like, when we met up, she's like, yeah, so I'm dating Karina, yet she has the audacity to, like, fucking cuddle with me on, like, the park. And I'm like, are you sure Karina's okay with this? Like, you have a girlfriend. Like, I don't, you know. And, like, it was pretty much, like, old times. Bruh, we even kissed and stuff, too. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry. I guess it's because, like, she made it seem like she didn't have a girlfriend. And, like, to be honest, like, I don't know. Yeah, that was just low. But then I blocked her again and I cut her off again. Flash forward 2021. Talked to her in March after I escaped the mental hospital that Bernardo had trapped me in. Bernardo and Maria. So I escaped, and that's where we are now. So. Martina, oh, hey, Martina, I love you. So this is August 16th, 2021, 9:01 p.m. Hey, Martina, I love you, I do. I called you when I escaped the center because I wanted to resolve shit, and obviously I still had feelings for you, and we still held such a beautiful connection. So I felt like I could still trust her, and we could still talk about deep shit, but to be honest, it was all just future faking, being like, oh, one day we're gonna move in together, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I feel how sweetly you care for me, and that you are there for me. She doesn't give a fuck about me. Like, literally, the recording yesterday proves it. And I feel like playing it right now, to be honest. But I kind of want to finish this. So, there's just something that really hurt my feelings last night and irked me because I did not hear it straight from your mouth, nor sooner. I had to hear it from an outside source. Martina, I trust you. But this right here made me waver, and not in a good way. I need to know I can confide in you. You made me feel special. Again, with the future faking and magical connection that Dr. Ramani has been speaking about with narcissistic relationships. You made me feel special. Tell me I'm your twin flame and soulmate. That you ended it with Brianna. That you ended it with Brianna. That's her ex. Okay, that's the ex she was with. So 2020, I believe, August or something. Like, my mom had me contact her. Like, we were talking, but I didn't feel comfortable. Something was off, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna trust my instinct. And I called her Ted Bundy and some shit. I wish I recorded it, because that was, like, A1. She even told me, like, when we called again, like, in the future 2021, she was like, to be honest, like, after what you said, I was like, that was actually so good. Like, that was really good. And I was like, it's weird that she complimented me, because that kind of confirms that I was right, and that everything I said was accurate. So that's creepy as fuck. So yeah, anyway, at that time she was with this person named Brianna when we first started like contacting each other in 2020, August. She was like, yeah, so I'm dating someone right now, like, blah, blah, blah. But she was still like, you know, she was definitely flirting with me and like, you know, doing all that shit despite having a girlfriend, which I wish I could find on Instagram, but I have no idea what they look like, so I'm like, fuck. Anyway, so I said, you broke up with Brianna, whatever. Because nothing could compare. That's what she said, at least. Then all of a sudden I hear Marie tell me that really this whole fucking time y'all actually had plans in the past to move in and start a relationship. That's a serious relationship, babe. Why didn't you tell me? And the reason it irks me is because I moved in with her, and she most likely still wants to be with you, and I'm with you, and I'm your person, and I'm living here. What the fuck? That's awkward as fuck. That's awkward as fuck. And you liked her. That made me rethink all the things y'all do for each other.
Who are you talking to?
Cause no cap, like when I got there, like the fact that she went to go see. Oh, why are you? No, you're not supposed. That she went to go see the supposed friend right after seeing me in Florida. Because Marie was the one that picked her up from the airport. Don't pop in the video. Yeah. And like the fact that she's letting me stay there. Yeah. So like housing me, and then what else? Housing the both of us, really. Like weird. Just weird. Like, because I remember, like, I fought with Martina, and then she left, drove home drunk, and I left, and I went back to where my dad is staying, and what was I saying about that? Like, so since I was at a legal office, you know, I was working professionally I said don't pop in the video. And, you know, I wanted to keep the job. And we talked, and she's like, the only reason I was doing all this is for Martina, not for you. I understand that's for your friend, but like, why would you let someone else in just for your friend? And on top of that, like, there was some weird shit too. Like, I remember. Okay, so let me just show you this text. So I think I got there August 8th or something. Yeah. And this is August 15th. Right?
Now do this.
August 15th. So I scrolled down, and she said, don't cuddle with Marie, I swear to God. Question mark. Sad face, question mark, what you doing? Like, what? You don't trust me? So you're projecting the fact, like, one, I don't know the bitch. Two, what the sorry, the dog just ate my food. I don't care anymore. Whatever, I tried. And yeah, I just don't know her. Like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, I'm not gonna cuddle this random person I just fucking met. I don't care if they're your friend or not. Like, I just nothing. I'm like, no. But I remember, like, at some point, I'm pretty sure we texted about it too. Like, it was so weird. Okay, so we all slept like on the same bed, all three of us, and like, I was like, huh? Because Marie ended up putting her arms around me, like just trying to reach for Martina too, but what are you doing? And like I even spoke to someone, like I was like, I bet they I bet Marie's just trying to break us up and shit to get closer to Martina, because like that definitely caused beef. Like Martina was so fucking jealous the next day, and I think it was like August 16th. I was like, yeah, she like talked to me in the morning. She's like, you were cuddling with Marie all night and this and that. I'm like, I literally scooted closer to you to get away from her, and I also felt uncomfortable, and I'm dating you. Like, I'm not gonna go cuddle with her. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she like even like, she said she woke up at whatever time and wrote a little paragraph or whatever about it, and she was complaining. Can you not? It was just uncomfortable. So anyway, I think it's this day. She's like, if we talk, I prefer it to be in person. There's something important to talk about, which I feel like I would not like to be elongated for a week. Oh, I think that's when I was reading this paragraph right here. And she's like, are we breaking up? And I said no. And she said, I'm not in a good place with myself to talk yet. I need a day or two. I said, sorry, hope you feel better. Take your time. Take care. I love you. Bye. Sorry for stressing you first thing in the morning. I didn't mean to. My bad. It's okay. Sorry for reacting. Are you still mad at me? So I think it's because I called her when I was in the bathroom, and I'm like, yeah, we need to talk. This is longer than I expected. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I was like, yeah, we need to talk about something. Something's bothering me. And like, I think we even fought. And then I was like, oh fuck, it's my fault, you know? Because like, I had that mentality. Oh well, I was just trying to make shit better. And where were we? So yeah, I was like, are you still mad at me? Question mark. No, baby, it's less about you and more about me. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to distance myself so you don't have to deal with it, because I'm just overall feeling heavy, and I didn't want you to think it's your fault or anything. So I'm sorry for reacting at you. I love you, and I'm also working, so I'm gonna be missing for a bit. Okay, I get it. Actually, never mind. I think this was a separate issue. So many issues. So we were at Target with Marie, and Martina would be leaving her phone like everywhere, and I was like, yo, like, you need to take care of your phone. You're gonna lose this shit. Like, I've been taking care of it. Like, you can't just leave it anywhere. Like, you need to carry it. Like, someone could just steal it off the cart. Someone could just, because she left it like on a aisle somewhere, and I'm like, you need to take care of it. And she got hella upset, and I'm like, I'm just saying you need to take care of your shit. I never said you're a piece of shit. Like, what the fuck? And she got hella pissed and like decided she was gonna go home and shit. Like, the car ride, she was just crying, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. I think it was like, I don't know. I think it was also because like Marie kept bringing up the fact that she's in debt and like she needs to not spend money and all this shit. So she was just stressing out about that. But the fact that she like overreacted about it, like, personally I feel like it was an overreaction, because like all I did was talk about the phone. I'd never said like something about her debt. Like, I kind of mentioned it because I'm concerned, but it's not to attack her. I wasn't making fun of her for it. So the fact that she took it that way, yeah. So I think that's what that little conversation I read was about. And then I said, I hope you figure out why you're feeling so heavy and get to organize your thoughts and whatnot. You got this, baby girl. Please don't give up. You can do this. Please don't beat yourself up. No, we are here for you. Hit us up the fuck up for anything. Oh yeah, so it was definitely like that time we were at Target, and she said, good luck at work. Keep grinding. Hope that cools you down and keeps you steady and balanced. Thank you. Have a good day at work too. I love you. You said you wanted to talk about something important in person. Want to talk about it tonight, blah, blah, blah. I said tonight would be nice. Okay, I'm still at work, so I'll try to get off early. Thank you, baby. I love you. Blah, blah, blah. Let me know when you get off work. So, yeah, and then that's when I finally ended up talking to her about said issue. Oof. I fucking hate living here. I can't speak freely, and well, I can, but like, you know, I'm interrupted every fucking 5 seconds. Like, I don't mind the kid, but like, I can't. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, so I was like saying how she said we were twin flames and soulmates. You ended it with Brianna because nothing can compare to me. Like, that's literally what she fucking told me dead to my face. Anyway, then all of a sudden I hear from Marie, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, and I'm like, that made me rethink the little things y'all do for each other. Was there something more in it? More than friends? Martina, do you still like her? Do you want to be with me? I'm so confused and mad that you did not tell me. She's like the first person you saw after coming to see me. And well, after Karina, I still have a bit of trauma, so fuck, what the fuck is going on? Now I live here and work at the office with her all day, and I was just fuming, like, I didn't say nothing to her, but I was dying inside. Like, yeah, I fucking moved out for me, and I moved specifically here for you. So yeah, I moved out because I didn't want to live with my mom anymore. That was the main reason, but like, I also didn't want to, like, I also wanted to move in with her, you know, because specifically here for you, you know. So shit. I just need you to be blunt with me, real fucking blunt with me. I don't want nothing hidden under the rug, you know. I just want straight serious shit. We in a serious relationship, and if you don't consider us serious, then why the fuck am I even here? I work hard for the both of us, and if that's not what you need or want, like, I just need you to be straight up, please. And the reason I was saying all this was to, like, either go back to Florida or stay. And she's like, and then I said, this is still, like, how do you feel about her versus, like, me? Who do you choose as your significant other? I just feel so irked and peaked. I don't know, Mart, fuck. What are we doing? This feels like a game, and you was just singing to me how, cause bitch, if I'm the future, then why they in your presence? Mind you, this bitch gets jealous of fucking everything, and like, for no reason too, cause dead ass, like, all they did was like, oh, I had a dream with you, and this person who wasn't even my ex, you know, just someone like I kissed, was sexually assaulted by, never mind. And she was like, you had a dream with him? Like, I was saying they met in the dream. I never said, like, I was like, I don't know, whatever Sue was fucking thinking, fucking sicko. And like, I was like, that reminds me of this one time someone said they had a dream with me, and I'm like, it's weird, kind of dream, whatever. They were like, oh, you had a bald head or whatever, and you were meditating. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, yeah, so she got hella jealous and was like, cause bitch, if I'm the future, then why they in your presence? That's like a song by Russ. I think that's Goodbye. Anyway, like, Karina, the person she cheated on me, like, the very first 2 times, like, Karina had sept, now is Marie, and all I fucking did was have a dream, not this whatever is going on. I feel lied to and betrayed because you have a real fucking close, and that makes me uncomfortable. So how the fuck am I supposed to trust it? Ain't nothing more, and I'm not just some main hoe. I don't know, some fuck shit, Martina, and I am pissed the fuck off. Like, and it's funny because she didn't really, like, you know, get defensive then, but she was like, oh, like, I don't like Marie, wasn't anything serious. She literally said they were gonna move it together. Marie told me, and like, Martina confirmed it too, and I'm like, bruh, ugh, I'm so exhausted. Just fucking annoying, bruh. Yeah, so I just, like, said that to her, and she's like, no, I want you. Like, there's a reason I broke up. I ended things with Marie, because, like, so, mind you, we started talking in March. I blocked her, because I was like, you're a horrible person, blah, 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 and I remembered all the stupid shit she would do, and, like, I felt lied to and whatever, you know, intuition. So, then I ended up back in the hospital, and like she would call me. We'd like talk again on my birthday, so that was April. And I just was like, okay, like that's fine. What's up, Wolfpack? So I'm gonna end this here because I mean I want to get more off my chest, but like I think I'm kind of exhausted talking about all this. It's like a lot to go through. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far, go comment I love myself, because you should love yourself. And yeah, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share this if someone needs to hear something, realize that they're not the only ones that have been through this fuck shit. Yeah, so I love you. Take care.